All right, Justin, what are we gonna do today?
We're gonna hop up my truck. The one complaint I ever had with it is the pedal when you first get on it. So it's a little weak.
So
Supposedly these guys do it.
this is a 2015 Ecodiesel.
Ecodiesel.
What's the motor in this thing?
3-liter VM Motori.
So you got yourself a little tuner here. And how much power does this supposed to add?
They say 20, 60, and 90, but honestly, I don't know if it's going to do that. They say they just move the power curve to the left so you get it better.
Okay. So it looks like it's a simple installation, just some plugging and playing. We're going to take this intake tube off to get access to some sensors. We'll unplug them and plug this in. It's kind of like a piggyback system. Added bonus, which nobody seems to be installing, will be this 4-way switch. There's 4 settings on the fuel injection, or on this kit. Number 4 being the most performance, and that's what it defaults to. But if you're towing, you don't want it to be 4. Or if you take it in for the fact and to the dealer for some repairs or something, maybe you want to set it back to 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a little slot in this grommet, and then we'll put this through. We'll plug it into our little computer tuning device, and then we'll set this up wherever Justin wants it, and then he'll have the ability to select his settings. So let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so the cover of the engine just pops off by hand, and then we're going to go ahead and take this tube off. Do these two maybe, and then definitely this one apparently, based on the instructions. Alright, we have the intake tube off. If you look back here on the back of this fuel rail, it's right here, that fitting. They said look for one with a yellow grommet, and that is it. So then we're going to take our harness here and connect this one into here, and then this one's going to go into the end that's attached to the fuel rail. So that is my next step. Okay, so we got a little piggyback system installed, and the next step is that you're going to plug this into your module. The only thing is, they don't really say where to put this, and you can kind of put them anywhere you want. As you can see, you got 2 drill holes here. You can mount it where you want, but this is, you don't want this installed if you take it to the dealer because they might void your warranty. So what we're probably going to do is plug it in and just kind of stick it somewhere where you can easily remove it later if it needs to go in for servicing, because this vehicle is still under warranty. So consider that before you go mounting this thing in really some obvious space and go bragging about it to the dealer. That might be a bad idea. So I think we're either going to maybe jam it in this corner, or if this wiring allows us, maybe we'll find an area over here to stick it. Okay, now that we have the programmer installed, we want to poke a hole in this grommet. We're going to use this nifty free knife we got from Diesel Brothers. I'm going to poke that, and then I can go ahead and stick this wire through. And just like that. Super easy, right? Now we can just go ahead and plug it in on the other end, and we're done. In fact, I'll show you where we ended up putting it here. We just kind of stuck it in here. We might zip tie it, maybe not. I just need to pull that wire from here and plug it into here, and we'll be done. So I think for this installation, we're just going to kind of hang it up here for now. Justin may trade this in later, and he doesn't want it to look like he's ever messed with it. But if you did want to install this somewhere, if you see on this panel here, this should pop out, and you could drill a little hole here and mount it here. Or this bracket here is what I was going to do. I was going to either mount it here, or you can pop this one out and drill it. And you can run this through here behind this panel, run it through here, and then it can pop out here if you wanted to. So those are just some options. We're not going to do that, but I'll give you an idea of what you can do if you want to go ahead and mount that switch. But other than that, this is done. We're going to go ahead and fire this truck up and see how it runs. Alright, for now we actually just ended up zip tying it right here by the OBD2 sensor. And if he doesn't like that, he can just cut the zip tie and move it where he needs to. Or he could even just kind of stick it up like that. Perfect. Before we can go and drive this around, Justin has to unembarrass himself in this engine bay here, cleaning it to let everyone know how much he loves his Ram.
I do love my Ram, and it does.
But I only wash it when people are watching.
You know, it does irritate me when people still call it a Dodge Ram. I don't know why. It's irritating.
Did I call it a Dodge Ram?
No, you didn't.
Okay, true. Scared me. It's a Ram, right?
Yeah, it's a Ram.
So are you shooting for more gas mileage, or you want a little more pep from the pedal? Or both?
Honestly, the gas mileage in these things are great. I would just like a little bit more pep earlier. They're not really, I don't know. Since I've owned this, I bought this brand new. It's been a great truck. It's just, you know, a little lacking up front on the power.
Mm-hmm.
So I figure, why not try this out? I know the wife's been trying to bother me into getting a newer truck, so I hope this will give it some more life.
What kind of gas mileage are you getting right now?
Right now, anywhere from 22, 23. A lot of city driving. I do drive up to the land, try and go about once a month, so that's about, what, 97 miles each way. So, I mean, like I said, I'll give you updates. I'm going to go through each setting for a fuel tank, whether I do a big trip or not. I'm just going to drive it. I don't plan on, you know, going crazy on the gas pedal. That's not the way I really drive. So I'd like to get a good reflection on how this does. So I'll be updating you on every fuel tank and each setting up. So right now, obviously, we're going to go to the 4th setting, but after that, we're going to crank it down to the lowest setting, and after I get low on gas, fill it up and crank it up.
So if you two drive like a grandpa, his readings will be accurate for you. Alrighty. So far, so good. The truck did not blow up when we started it.
Started right up, no lights. Yeah, you can definitely tell in the pedal.
You got rid of that pedal issue?
Because I had probably a 1/4 inch of pedal movement before I could even feel anything.
Okay.
And right now, it's different. So I'm interested to see what happens where can we punch on it.
And this is well, I'm a hot rodder, so any of these roads are good for punching in.
Oh yeah.
A lot happier?
Thumbs up, dude. That is pretty awesome.
Your engine's liking it?
It feels like it.
It's like these things just get rid of the factory lameness that they program into it to get it to where it's a little peppier.
It's yeah. Like, I've never done a 0 to 60 in its stock. I don't see myself doing a 0 to 60 now. But there's definitely a big pedal increase. So what they said, if you look at their dyno or any of that, what they don't really like add horsepower. I guess I don't know. It's kind of misworded.
Maybe it just makes the car a little crisper.
Well, that sucks. But what they did is move the power band to the left a little bit, so you get the feel better, and it doesn't. They say they make it inject faster than the factory. So for the diesel, apparently that is better. You gonna let me go? You gonna let me go? Yep.
Wait for this guy.
All right.
You look clear.
Sweet.
Nice little Lexus.
Oh, they want to race?
For a diesel, I just love how smooth this motor is. I mean, it's almost like luxury level. Woo, good little belly twister.
If I'm not mistaken, I think the same motor is in a Maserati overseas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if that's the case, then apparently, you know, it can be.
It would have to be fairly smooth to be sticking in a Maserati.
Yeah, it's not no Cummins or anything. The VM Motori, whatever the hell.
And the whole center well, the whole interior is just pretty classy. I like the gauge cluster. Got a big screen. All right, I think this was a success.
Big time.
And what'd you say the price was on that?
$600 from stealthperformance.com.
All right.